Hello children, welcome to the digital class. In your last session, you learnt about squares and square roots. In this session, you are going to learn about cubes and cube roots and finding square root using division method. Learning objectives of this session: you will be able to know square root by division method, estimating square root of non-perfect square numbers, cubic numbers, cubes and their prime factors, cube roots, estimating the cube root of a number. Children, let us recapitulate what we have learnt in our last session. Square number: an integer that is a square of another integer. 16 can be written as 4 square, where 16 is an integer and 4 is also an integer. 81 can be written as 9 square, where 81 an integer, 9 is also an integer. So 16 and 81 are square numbers. Perfect square: a rational number that is equal to the square of another rational number. 144 can be written as 12 square, both are integers. 1.44 can be written as 1.2 whole square, where both are rational numbers. So 144 is a square number, 1.44 is a perfect square as it is a rational number. We can call 144 as perfect square also, but 1.44 is not a square number. So from this, what you can conclude? Every square number is a perfect square, but every perfect square need not be a square number. Now square root: the inverse operation of squaring. If a square is equal to b, then square root of b is a. Symbol used for square root is this one. Children, try to know the symbol here. This is the symbol used for square root. If 2 square is equal to 4, then square root of 4 is 2. If 3 square is equal to 9, then square root of 9 is 3. If 5 square is equal to 25, then square root of 25 is 5. Principal square root: if a into a is equal to a square equal to b, then square root of b is equal to a. If minus a into minus a equal to minus a whole square equal to b, then square root of b is minus a. Here 4 into 4 can be taken as 16, minus 4 into minus 4 can also be taken as 16. Children, here square root of 16 is 4, square root of 16 is minus 4. Here we are getting positive number, here we are getting negative number. If I want to take principal square root, I have to take the positive number. So principal square root of 16 is 4. Now square numbers: you have to remember these square numbers to do problems. Children, I am taking here square numbers up to 30 square, which is equal to 900. Everyone must know this perfect squares up to 30 at least. So 30 square equal to 900. Finding square root by division method. Let us find the square root of 529. Children, what I am doing here? I am taking the number 529. Now I am taking bar over these two digits. So what we have to do, children, here? We have to make group of 2 from your right side to the left side. You have to start from your right side to the left side. You have to start making groups. A group should contain 2 digits. So 9, 2 will come under group. Here we are having only one digit, that is 5. So this is the first step that you have to follow to find square root using division method. First you have to take the number, you have to make the group from the right to the left, so that each group should contain 2 digits. Now 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 5 square 25, 6 square 36, 7 square 49, 8 square 64, 9 square 81. You have to know these squares perfectly and look at the first single digit or the group. Here we do not have group, so we have to look at the single digit. What is the single digit here? 5. So if I take 1 ones, it will become 1. If I take 2 twos, it will become 4. If I take 3 threes, 9. As 9 is greater than 5, I should not take 3 into 3. So what I have to do? I have to take 2 square. 2 square means 2 into 2. So this is the divisor position, this is the quotient position. So what I am doing now? To 2s are 4. Children, how to select this number? We have to see the first single digit or the group of 2 digits and you have to look at this squares. We have to take a number which is less than or equal to the group or the single digit. Less than or equal to the first group or single digit. As it is 5, I am taking 4. What is 5 minus 4? Yes, it is 1. Now, you have to take these 2 digits 29 as it is. Now, it is becoming 129. Now, what is the next step? As the divisor is 2, you have to make it double. 2 2s are 4. We are getting 4. Now, you have to take a number just beside it. How to select this number? It's very important. You have to select a number such that you have to multiply with the same number. Suppose if I take 1, I have to multiply with 1. If I take 2, I have to multiply with 2. If I take 3, I have to multiply with 3. So, what is 41 into 1? 41. 42 into 2? 84. 43 into 3? 129. Now, 129 is there. So, what you have to do? You have to take 3. So, I am selecting 43 into 3. I am multiplying with 3. So, if you take here 3, here also you have to take 3 in the quotient position. So, what is 43 into 3? 129. 129 minus 129? 0. Yes. Now, we got the answer here. So, this 23 is the square root of 529. So, like this you have to find the square root using division method. So, what is the square root of 529? Yes, it is 23. Find the square root of 3969. Okay, children, again I am making here groups. Okay, now you got 2 groups. We do not have any single digit. I am taking the squares here up to 9. Okay, what is the value here? 39. So, which square we have to take? 5 square, 6 square, 7 square. Which square we have to take? As 5 square is 25, it is less. 6 square is 36, less. 7 square is 49. We should not take more. Either we have to take equal to or we have to take less than. So, what you have to do? You have to take 6 square. So, divisor 6, quotient also 6. 6 6 is 36. What is 39 minus 36? Yes, it is 3. You have to take 6 9. Now, what is the second step? You have to make it double. What is 6 2s are? 12. Okay, now which digit we have to take beside 12? Let us check. 121 into 1, 121. 122 into 2, 244. 123 into 3, 369. Here we have 369. You will get 369. What is 369 minus 369? Yes, it is 0. So, the square root of 3969 is 63. So, square root of 3969 is 63. Children, like this you have to find the square root of a given number using division method. Find the length of the side of square whose area is 4489 square centimeter. Let the side of the square be k centimeter. Area of the square is given as 4489 square centimeter. What is the area of square formula? Yes, it is side into side. Children, here we don't know the side, so we are taking it as k. We know the area, so area of square is side into side. So I am taking k into k. K into k is equal to 4489. K square is equal to 4489 square centimeter. Then what about k? Yes, it is square root of 4489. Now let us find the square root of 4489 using division method. I am taking 4489. Okay, here I made it into 2 groups. First group 44, second group 89. 44, 6 6 are 36, 7 7 are 49. Which number you have to take? Yes, we have to take 6. 6 6 are 36. What is 44 minus 36? Yes, it is 8. Next we have to take 2 digits, that is 89. It is becoming 889. Now what you have to do in the second step? We have taken 6 as the divisor. You have to make it double. So 12. Now which number we have to take here beside the 12? If I take 3, you will get less number. If I take 7, I will get 889. So 127 into 7, if you multiply, you will get 889. What is 889 minus 889? Yes, it is 0. Then what is the square root here? Yes, it is 67. So what is the value of k? Yes, it is 67 centimeter. So the length of the side of square is 67 centimeter. Find the least number that is to be subtracted from 4000 to make it a perfect square. Given number is 4000. Let us use division method here. I am taking 4000, I am making into two groups. First group is having 40. So 6 6 are 36. 40 minus 36, 4. You have to take two zeros. You have to make it double, that is 12. Yes. You have to take a digit here such that you should get a value below 400. 369. 400 minus 369 is equal to 31. Children, what is asked in the question? Find the least number that is to be subtracted from 4000 to make it a perfect square. Means something should be subtracted from this 4000 so that it becomes a perfect square. As we are getting 31 extra, what you have to do? You have to subtract this from this to make it a perfect square. If the same question is asked to add, then what you have to do? Here you have to take a number greater than this one. Whatever you get here in terms of minus, that is to be added. So what you have to do now? 31 must be subtracted from 4000 to make it a perfect square. 4000 minus 31 equal to 3969. So 3969 is a perfect square. Estimating square roots of non-perfect square numbers. Let us estimate the value of root 300. 10 square is 100, 20 square is 400. This 300 is between 100 and 400. So what you can say here? 300 lies between 100 and 400. So I can say that 100 is less than 300 is less than 400. 100 can be taken as 10 square. 400 can be taken as 20 square. So what I can write here? 10 square less than 300 less than 20 square. So if I take square root, I can say square root of 10 square is 10, square root of 20 square is 20, square root of 300. So square root of 300 lies between which two integers? Yes, it is 10 and 20. Now what I am doing here? I am taking the squares of 17 and 18. 17 square is 289, 18 square is 324. Now children, tell me, is this 300 lying between these two numbers? Yes, 289 less than 300 less than 324. So 17 square less than 300 less than 18 square. So 17 less than square root of 300 less than 18. Children, here you have to take the value of root 300 nearest to either 17 or 18. Let us check. 289 is 11 less than 300. 324 is 24 more than 300. 289 is 11 less than 300. 324 is 24 more than 300. Now tell me which is nearest? Yes, this is the nearest. So approximate value of root 300 is 17. Approximate value of root 300 is 17. Like this we can find the approximate value. Let us estimate the value of 780. 20 square is 400, 30 square is 900. So this 780 lies between 400 and 900. So I can write 400 less than 780 less than 900. 400 can be taken as 20 square, 900 can be taken as 30 square. So we can say that 20 less than root 780 less than 30. Now what I am doing? I am taking 27 square and 28 square. What is 27 square? It is 729. What is 28 square? It is 784. So this 780 lies between these two values. So 729 less than 780 less than 784. Or I can say 27 square less than 780 less than 28 square. Or I can say 27 less than root 780 less than 28. Now children, observe this. 780 is nearest to 729 or nearest to 784? Yes, it is nearest to 784. So we have to take the value as 28. So approximate value of root 780 is 28. Now let us understand what are cubic numbers. Children, what you are observing on the screen? Yes, it is a cube. Number of unit cubes? 1. Yes. Now children, what you are observing here? It is also a cube. Let us count the number of unit cubes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back side also 4. 4 plus 4 total 8. So how can we get this number 8? It's very simple. Length 2, breadth 2, height 2. Length, breadth, height 2 into 2 into 2, you will get 8. So number of unit cubes is 8. Now children, what you are observing here? Yes, this is also a cube. How to find the number of cubes or number of unit cubes here? Same procedure, length into breadth into height. Length is 3, breadth is 3, height is also 3. So we will get 3 into 3 into 3, which is equal to 27. Children, observe the table here. I am taking one cube. Length of the side is 1 unit. Number of unit cubes is 1 cube, which is equal to 1. Second diagram, I am taking a cube. Length is 2. Number of unit cubes 8. How you got that? 2 into 2 into 2. Third cube, length 3. Number of unit cubes 27. How you got this? 3 into 3 into 3. So what are these 1, 8, 27 called? Yes, these are called cubic numbers. If a number is multiplied 3 times by itself, then the result is called cubic number. Children, observe here, I am taking cubic numbers. 1 is multiplied by itself 3 times. 1 into 1 into 1. We got 1 cube which is equal to 1. 2 into 2 into 2. 2 cube 8 and so on. So 1, 8, 27, 64, 125 are obtained by multiplying a number by itself. How many times? 3 times. So we can call these numbers, which numbers? 1, 8, 27, 64, 125 as cubic numbers, or we can also call them as perfect cubes. Now cubes and their prime factors. Let us check whether the following numbers are perfect cubes or not. Children, if a number is given, how to check whether it is a perfect cube or not? Let us check. I am taking the number 64. I am doing prime factorization. 2 32s, 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s, 2 1s. Now how many 2s we have got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can write 64 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. How many times? 6 times. In finding square root, we are making group of 2. In finding cube root, we have to make group of 3. So what I am doing here, I am making a group of 3 same numbers. So these 3 are in first group, these 3 are in second group. So I can write it as 2 cube, I can also write it as 2 cube. So I can write it as 2 into 2 whole cube, or I can write it as 4 cube. What is 2 into 2? Yes, it is 4. I can write it as 4 cube. Now can you tell me whether 64 is a perfect cube or not? Yes, we are able to write it as a cube. So we can call it as a perfect cube. Now let us check the second number, 216. I am doing prime factorization here. 2 1s, 2 0s, 2 8s, 2 54s, 2 27s, 3 9s, 3 3s, 3 1s. Children, observe here, I have got 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, means 3 2s and 3 3s. So I can write 216 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3. These 3 2s are in one group, these 3 3s are in one group. So I can write them as 2 into 3 whole cube. So I can write it as 6 cube. So is 216 a perfect cube or not? Yes. So 216 is a perfect cube. Let us check for the third problem. 1323. It is not divisible by 2. It is divisible by 3. 3 4s, 3 4s, 3 1s, 3 1s, 3 4s, 3 7s, 3 4s, 3 9s, 7 7s, 7 1s. So what you can write here? 1323 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. So I can write it as 3 into 3 into 3 in one group into 7 into 7. I can write it as 3 cube into 7 square. Children, observe here, we have only 2 7s. We do not have the third 7. If you have third 7, then you can get the cube. But here we got only square. Now can you tell me, is it a perfect cube? No. Why? What is the reason here? Yes. 7 is not in the group of 3. 7 is only 2. we do not have a group of 3. So 7 is not in the group of 3. So what you can say, 1323 is not a perfect cube. Find the cube of the following numbers. So what are the numbers here? 5, 8, 20 and 30. What you have to find? You have to find cube. So cube of 5. What is mean by cube of 5? Yes, we have to multiply 5 by itself 3 times. 5 into 5 into 5. What is 5 into 5 into 5? Yes, it is 125. Cube of 8. 8 into 8 into 8. Yes, it is 512. Cube of 20. 20 into 20 into 20. Yes, it is 8000. Cube of 30. 30 into 30 into 30. Yes, it is 27,000. Children, like this you can find cube of any number. How to find it? Just multiply with itself for how many times? 3 times. Find the smallest number by which 8788 must be multiplied to obtain a perfect cube. Given number is 8788. Let us do prime factoration here. 2 4s are 2 3s are 2 9s are 2 4s are. Next 2 2s are 2 1s are 2 9s are 2 7s are. Next 13 169s, 13 13s, next 13 1s. Children, here 2197 is a number which is not divisible by 3, 5, 7. So 11 also. So we have to take next number 13. So 8788 can be written as 2 into 2 into 13 into 13 into 13. So what I am doing here? I am making the group of 13, but I am unable to make the group of 2. Why? We have only 2 2's. We should have 3 2's, but here we have only 2 2's. So what is not in the group? Yes, 2 is not in the group of 3. So 2 must be multiplied to 8788 to make it a perfect cube. So 8788 into 2 can be taken as 2 into 2 into 2 into 13 into 13 into 13. Here children, we do not have the third 2. When we multiply it, we will get in the group. So it becomes a perfect cube. Now tell me, what should be multiplied for this number to make it a perfect cube? Yes, we should multiply with 2. Now let us understand what is a cube root. The inverse operation of cubing is called cube root. If a cube equal to b, then cube root of b is a. Children, observe here, this is the symbol for cube root. Cube root of b is equal to a. So what is the symbol of cube root? Yes, it is the symbol. We have to take just like square root, but you have to put here 3. So it becomes cube root. Let us take some examples here. If 3 cube equal to 27, see 3 into 3 into 3 will become 27. So I can take 3 cube equal to 27. Then cube root of 27 is 3. So I can write like this, cube root of 27 is 3. 5 cube equal to 125. Then cube root of 125 is 5. So what I can write here? Cube root of 125 is equal to 5. Find the cube root of the following numbers by prime factoration method. 729. You can take 3 243s, 3 81s, 3 27s, 3 9s, 3 3s, 3 1s. Okay children, now what you can write for the 729? Yes, you can write 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. Now I can make here 2 groups. So I can write 3 into 3 whole cube. I can write it as 9 cube. Am I able to write 729 as a cube? Yes, which is equal to 9 cube. So cube root of 729 can be taken as its base. What is the base here? Yes, it is 9. So cube root of 729 is 9. Now let us find the cube root of 2744, 2744. 21372 times 2, 686, 2, 343, 7, 49s, 7, 7s, 7, 1s. So 2744 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2 into 7 into 7 into 7. So I can make here 2 groups. So I can write them as 2 into 7 whole cube. I can write it as 14 cube. So cube root of 2744 is 14. Children, observe here, when you can write a number as a cube, if you want to find the cube root, just take its base. So what is the base here? 14. So cube root of 2744 is 14. Let us find the cube root of 1331. See children, 1331 is not divisible by 2, 3, 5, 7. So it is divisible by 11. 11 121s, 11 11s, 11 1s. So you can write 1331 as 11 into 11 into 11. We can write it as 11 cube. So cube root of 1331 is 11. Now estimating cube root of a number. Find the cube root of the following numbers through estimation method. Okay children, what you are observing on the screen? You are observing perfect cubes. Yes, this is the given number 2197. If you want to find the cube root by estimation method, you have to take perfect cubes. So what is the given number? Yes, it is 2197. What is the first step that you have to follow? You have to make into two groups. How you have to make the groups? From the right side to the left side, you have to make the group of 3 digits. So first 3 digits in first group, second 1 digit in second group. So this is first group, this is the second group. Now what you have to do? You have to see the last digit. What is the last digit here? Yes, it is 7. Children, if you observe the cubes here, 1 cube is 1, 9 cube is 9, last digit. 4 cube 4, 5 cube 5, 6 cube 6. If I take 2, I will get 8. If I take 8 cube, I will get 2. If I take 3 cube, I will get 7. If I take 7 cube, I will get 3. Just you remember these two things. 2 cube ends with 8, 8 cube ends with 2, 3 cube ends with 7, 7 cube ends with 3. So here what you have? 7. So the units digit must be 3. So from this what you can understand? Units place of the cube root will be 3. And what is the digit here? Yes, it is 2. Now what you have to do? 1 cube value is 1, 2 cube value is 8. This value means 2 lies between these two, means 2 lies between 1 and 8. Suppose instead of 2 if I have 10, what I have to do? It lies between 8 and 27. Okay, here it is 2, so you have to take that it is lying between 1 cube and 2 cube. So what you can write here? As it is lying between 1 cube and 2 cube, we have to take the least one. What is the least one? 1. So the tens place of the cube root will be 1. So what will be the number now? Yes, it will be 13. So cube root of 2197 is 13. See children, units place you have to select based on the last digit. Tens place you have to select based on the value of the second group. Now let us go for the another example. 5832. I am taking the cubes here again. I am taking the number. I am making it into two groups. First group, second group. Last digit is 2. So if it is 2, the units place must be 8. Yes. So units place of the cube root will be 8. Now value is 5 here. As it is 5, it lies between 1 and 8. So I can say 1 cube is less than 5, less than 2 cube. Tens place of the cube root will be 1. Children, here why I am taking again 1? Because this is the value 5 which is lying between 1 and 8. Suppose if I have a number here 12, what you have to do? You have to take between 8 and 27, then you have to take 2. As it is 5 lying between 1 and 2, you have to take 1. So what is the answer here? Cube root of 5832 is 18. Units place is 8, tens place is 1. Try yourself. Find the cube root of the following numbers through estimation method. 3375, 1331. Find the cube root of the following numbers by prime factorization method. 512, 4096. Find the smallest number by which 8640 must be divided to get a perfect cube. Children, when they are asking you to divide, so what you have to do? You have to go for prime factorization method. When they are asking you to find add or subtract, you have to go for division method for square roots. For better understanding of the concepts, solve the worksheets. Please visit the official website of SIET for worksheet. Children, in this session you learnt what are cubes and what are cube roots, and we also solve problems finding square roots using division method. Let us meet in the next session. Thank you.
నమస్కారం. డిజిటల్ తరగతులకు ఉపాధ్యాయులు విద్యార్థులకు స్వాగతం. మన చుట్టూ పరిసరాలలో ప్రకృతిలో అనేక రకమైన జీవులు ఉంటాయి. మొక్కలు, జంతువులు, మానవులు, కంటికి కనబడని సూక్ష్మజీవులు కూడా మన పరిసరాల్లో ఉంటాయి. ప్రకృతిలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ జీవులన్నీ అనేక వైవిధ్యాలతో ఉంటాయి. మనం చూసే ఈ జీవులు ఆకారాలు, పరిమాణాలలో విభిన్నంగా ఉంటాయి. ఒక మొక్కను ఇంకొక మొక్కతో పోల్చినప్పుడు మనకు భిన్నత్వం గోచరిస్తుంది. అలాగే జంతువులను కూడా ఒకదానినొకటి పోల్చినప్పుడు భిన్నత్వం కనబడుతుంది. ఈ భిన్నత్వాన్నే మనము వైవిధ్యం అనవచ్చు. ఒక గులాబీ మొక్కను తీసుకొని మర్రి చెట్టుతోటి పోల్చినప్పుడు ఆకారంలో కానీ, పరిమాణంలో కానీ, పత్రాల రూపంలో కానీ, కాండంలో కానీ, వేర్లలో కానీ అనేక భిన్నత్వాన్ని మనం గమనించవచ్చు. మనకు వందల సంఖ్యలో గులాబీల రంగు సాధారణంగా మనకు పరిచయమే. గులాబీలలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఒకదానికొకటి ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ భిన్నత్వాన్ని కూడా మనం వైవిధ్యం అనవచ్చు. అంటే ఒక మొక్కను మరొక మొక్క